Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing? Oh, I've got my little companion here. This little guy. Right, let me just check the chat. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. Let me just bring this up. Hang on here. I'm a little bit late. There we go. Sounds okay? Fantastic! Oh my word. I just suddenly thought, I'll put some Halloweeny bits around the screen to give it a bit of an ambience, and then I thought, I'll put some music on, so I want feedback on how that sounds. Nick, see what you think. It might be, I hope it's not too loud. If it's too loud, I can always turn it down. Because tonight we are going to play The Haunted House, and I've got the book here. I'll just go up a little bit here to begin with. Printed it out, done it on draft. Hopefully you can see this. Tonight's the night. How you doing, Johnny? Good to see you. Now, is there a white bar around the screen? No, there isn't. Good. Okay. Hopefully we can read these. Some of these are quite small, this writing. We've got the fear points. We've got the slightly different rules. We've got different size to the map today. And I've got my combat card here. And all that type of thing. Jeff, happy old Death's Eve to you all. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a good Halloween. I don't know whether there's any celebration going on out there at the moment for you. Whether you've got kids. I guess, Nick, you probably will be taking them out later. Did you triple layer and laminate your cards? No, I didn't. Well, they are triple layer because there's a back, there's a card in the middle, and then there is the main card at the front. So they're triple layer, but they're by no means Kevin laminated. I'm late again. Don't worry, Dominic. We haven't really started yet. I was a few minutes late myself. Hopefully we get the boys coming in. Non-alcoholic wine. Just so you're aware, I'm not an alcoholic. I don't drink every night. We actually don't do Halloween anymore. Oh, fair enough. 3 PM here. I'm ducking below the camera here. Does that go into the shot? I don't think it does. I think we're okay. 3 PM here. No more kids in the house. Scary movies tonight, and we'll see how many trick or treats we get. Exactly. Trick or treaters. I love doing the old trick or treaters. My kids are now too old to trick or treat, although my youngest is out and about, and it wouldn't surprise me if they get up to some monkey business. And just about better. Her and her friends. So we will get this started pretty quick. I'm not gonna explain the rules too much. I'll probably a little bit as I go, but we can spend too much time explaining the rules sometimes, can't we? So we will try and do it as we go. And then we'll just wait a little bit longer and we'll get everything set up. Prestige, good to see you. Aha, the children of the night. What sweet music they make. Jolly, I went to town to buy some 250 gram paper. Total fail. Have to go somewhere bigger tomorrow to get some. yeah, increasingly that sort of thing is difficult to come by, I find. I picked up some paper the other day at the supermarket or the mall or the what do you guys over in America call supermarkets? Just anyway, and they had the only paper they had was really crappy thin paper. Consequently, the paper I've printed out today, I've had to put 2 sheets down, which is annoying. Dragon Shadow, boo humbug to you all, Halloweeners. I think that's the humbug thing's a Christmas thing, so you got that to come still. You can humbug us as much as you like at the end of the year. There's a little bit in this picture there. So we have, yes, Halloweeners. Right, so we have Constable Gillibrand, 10 health points. Just going to get this guy ready. There is a Grinch Halloween special. Again, the Grinch over here in the UK is not that big. I mean, it's bigger than it used to be, but it was very much an American thing, I feel. You can tell me otherwise. What have we got here? Let me just get my... Gonna pick 2. Gonna pick 1 bit of armour. Let's just go with the armour we're gonna have for the constable is the padded tunic. I just imagine him wearing a padded tunic. Is that music too loud? Anybody tell me? The ambient music. If it is, just let me know. And that is 5s minus 1 damage, of course. And then we need a couple of maneuvers. Seems just right to me. Perfect. Thank you, Jeff. A couple of maneuvers. Here we are. Picking a couple of maneuvers. He's going to have a heavy mace. +2 shift. 0 XP. He's going to have a heavy mace. And a nice easy one, pummel on a 4 and 3, and that is d6 minus 1 damage. And something at the high end. We're going to go, let's go pommel thump. It occurred to me that one could have a starting template on the grid paper with the 2, yes, with the ground floor entrance. Exactly, Johnny. There is music. Don't hear it, so it is perfect. Good. I'm using my pommel. Look, I tell you what, to avoid confusion, I won't use that one. I was looking at the numbers. Where's my... the rubber. There, that'll do. I'll do a different one than the pommel bash, because that is very similar. Right. We will do a swinging club. I should have done a truncheon, shouldn't I? A truncheon weapon that he would use. Maybe we'll introduce that. That would be good. Swinging club is 4. That's a 4. Don't really want to get a 4 again. Not doing a very good job at this, am I? So I'm going to. We don't want a 4 because we've got a 4 here. We want to mix it up a bit. So let's go for a low number. Let's go for a 2, 3. We've got a 3 here. 3, 2. Yeah, 3, 2. Why not? So I'm looking for mid-range numbers. Carving hit. And that is D6 plus 1. Okay. Magic scroll. Mental whip. 10 damage. No dispel devils. Orbit is Psyche. Spiked Billy Club. Pointed stick. Oh. Carving the pumpkin hit. Yes, I like it. Carving pumpkin hit. Putting that in there. Nice one. Level 1 magic potions, healing potion. Health, HP. Nothing in there. Right, so we've got in here. We've got a fear sheet here. Fear points here, which we will keep a track of. We'll see how many fear points we get there. And I have got my lovely Jeff laminated card there. Good for the streams because it's bigger. The creatures who we might encounter. And incidentally, I'm going to announce the winner of the competition. The Halloween competition is going to be announced at the end of the stream once we've done some in the haunted house. And let me just set the haunted house up here. So the first level is 11 by 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There, hopefully you can see that okay. Maybe we'll do it in pen. No, you can see that. You can see that. By 11. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've got the entrance here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There you go. That's where we're going with this. That's a good start. I thought that looked bigger. And then straight up here. It's a square, the haunted house. 11 by 11 with space for a corridor hall in this first section here. So the first one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. like so, with a door with stairs at the end. Take that back. Stairs up at the end, and then doors evenly spaced down the sides here. When you enter, the door closes behind you and is held in place by an evil magic. Right. Okay, good. We have that there. So, and let's just have this on as well. A bit more light there. And we've got the card, Constable Gillibrand. He is the constable for the village and has been approached by some concerned citizens regarding a house that seems to be haunted. It's All Death's Eve on Corradine, and it is a time when the spirits come together, and the summer is over, winter is beginning, and there is much death in the world at this point, when lots of things are dying because of that change in temperature. And it's the reckoning, what do we call it here? And it is a time when low magic is a powerful force. And we are going to play a constable, because this is a different character you have in this version of the game. It is a has the same attacks, if you like, selection of maneuvers to pick from, same sort of setup, except that we have a fear sheet with fear points that we will gather as we explore the mansion. Now, the constable is a new character that you kind of keep in your repertoire of characters. You can go up to level 5. He's to begin with schooled, and then he can eventually become imposing. Now, he doesn't have as many shifts as the adventurer, and it costs more to go up a level. But he ultimately, if he gets level 5, he gets more hit points than more health points than a adventurer does. So there are some benefits. They're hardy folks, but they want to live above land, and they don't venture deep down into the dungeons like the adventurer does, who is ultimately destined to have a realm on the surface rather than necessarily serve others in a village, or a town, which is a just cause, but not something the adventurer would ultimately do. So, trapped in the house, we've got no patrols, no rations make any difference. There's different sorts of treasures. There's hardly any gods present, and there is the Halloween pack you can use in conjunction with this the Haunted House expansion for 2D6 Dungeon. It's a free download. It's got a whole range of other Halloween-y type creatures that you can see in there. I will be picking one winner from that pack at the end of the stream. Maybe some adventurers might want to become Lord of the Underworld. Yeah. I think that ultimately I'm going to have to work in some kind of evil avenue, if you like, some kind of evil route or corridor where some people who prefer to play the characters like that can do it. At the moment, the adventure is quite a crusader for good. So, yeah, I do need to think about how I can work that in. You're right, Johnny. So, when we're generating rooms, there are all the doors are wooden doors when you go into a room, and every side of the room has a wooden door, and you have to roll on the haunted door table, which is at the back here, and we'll get to have a look at that. A door on every wall, no exit squares, so the rooms are crammed together in the house as they would be in a normal house rather than in a dungeon where the walls are thicker. fitting in rooms. We'll look at that as well. No corridors. Ones are +1. Could be some kind of corruption that takes hold of those who employ low magic or any dark arts. Yeah, it's definitely something to think about. Yeah, need to think about that. No large rooms. There are never considered which are 6 squares or smaller. There are small rooms, types of room for each level. There's only 18 types of room rather than 36. And there are particular entrances that are applied to each level as if the layout for a house. Right. So we have gone into the room, and behind us the door has slammed shut, and we are now in the haunted house here. Constable Gillibrand is looking around, somewhat perplexed. What the hell is going on here? So we are going to go into this first room here, which is this section here, and we're going to see what we roll. The red for me is the primary. Let's do this. 4 by 6. Okay, so we've got 4 across and 6 up. Just get this a nice length. 4 by 6. Okay. So actually that does take in this other room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So both these doors on this side of the house come into this larger room. Now, let's not forget there are doors on all the walls here. So we're going to put a door there and a door here. Doesn't he need to roll on the front door? Could be some kind of corruption that takes hold. On this door here, you don't have to roll for these doors going in. You can do if you want to. I'm not going to. We're just going to get into the place and see what happens here. So we have got, this is the level 1. Level 1 of the haunted house. We need to roll a double die to see exactly what's going on. Don't forget you can pick the haunted house up on our website, DR Games. You can see it on the screen there, or Drive Through RPG, or itch.io. Right. 23. Large pantry. Bloody hell. So this, I'm gonna re-roll that one. Just pretend I didn't do that. 1-1 storage area. Okay, that's better. So this area here is being used as, this room has been cleared and the wooden floorboards exposed. Several crates have been stacked in the centre. A cobweb-laced chair with leather upholstery leans against them. Dust dances in grey beams of light. Okay, so we have some crates. Let's do this here. Got some crates stacked up in the middle here. I think I might go pen, just because for the drawings I might go pen, just so people can see it a bit more clearly. Let's go down a bit more there. That's better. So we're going to go crates. Crates here. And there's an old, we'll do a dusty chair as well. Let's do some crates here. Hey James, hi. I'll try and hang out here and watch, or at least listen for a while. Thank you, James. Good to have you here, my friend. Put that on there like that. Another crate, and we're going to have a chair, an armchair here, leaning up against the... Okay, not the greatest armchair in the world. That will do. there. Small boxes. Right. What was wrong with rolling the large pantry? Just for me, the large pantry, that would make it the biggest room on the ground floor. I don't usually re-roll, but I just thought for this particular occasion I would. I think that probably is the only room here I really feel like is probably the one that should be smaller, if you get what I mean. But you don't have to. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, just for this, I wouldn't normally re-roll. Right, that's a bit easy to see, isn't it? Yes. There we go. Just put these in. So we've got. There we go. Not perfect, but let's see. Yeah. So the stories of crates are nailed shut. You cannot open them. Behind the stack is a hole in the floorboards. As you approach, a hand thrusts towards you from the darkness below, and a form emerges. Roll on HL1H. If you survive, roll on RALT1. Random loot table. Okay, so in the floorboards behind here is a hole. So we're going to do some kind of ripped floorboards here, and then a hole from which comes a hand, which is pretty terrifying. Doesn't say gain a fear point there. Thought I'd put gain a fear point in that one, but maybe, hopefully this is the latest one. Should be. Maybe. Anyway, this is fine. So, we will face an enemy. What are we going to face here? Let's have a little look. So we've got Haunted House level 1. Here we go. So it's just some little tables. We've got the humans. Roll d6. It's a tortured being. Okay, I agree, Johnny. Some of the maps other people are drawing are bonkers. So nice looking. I know, Johnny. You are so right. Some of the latest ones, Sam and Daniel. Who else? There was some other brilliant ones. I was like, wow. Thing is, when I was a younger person, I might have taken the time to draw maps like that, given the correct inspiration. Now I feel a bit too lazy. And Johnny, that is absolutely fine. I know how you feel. Right, so we've got a tortured being. This is a good one to start out on because this is probably the lower end of difficulty when it comes to. Let's put him over there. The map there. Although actually, no, let's put him up there for the moment. And we've got the card here. Yeah, the few maps I made during testing were pretty simple. Well, it doesn't matter, honestly. I like the simple maps as well. They have style. It's great to see the fancy ones, but they're not the kind of thing I want to try to make myself. Yes, I think it's a labour of love, isn't it? I think some people get real kick out of doing stuff like that. I know the feeling. So let's put the counter on there, and we've got another one ready for the shift adjustment dice, and my character is over here. A little bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay, nicely positioned. So I need a 4-3 or 3-2. The armor interrupts primary 3s, which is my second attack, and 3s and 4s. It blocks both my attacks, so both my attacks have a -1 on them. So my first roll is I roll a 1-3, which is not good. Jan, how are you doing? Good to see you, my friend. 1-6. I cannot shift to that, unfortunately. The tortured being has a 2-3 and a 6-4. My tunic does not deflect any of that damage. This actually 4-5. 1 shift. Cannot shift to that. So we go to round 2. I roll a 2-3, which is very close to my 3-2 carving pumpkin hit. D6 plus 1, so I can shift that to 3, and I can shift this to 2. So it gives me 3-2 damage, D6 plus 1. Oh, I didn't actually write in what this room is. That's very remiss of me. Storage. Oh, I've got my pencil out, really, and I should be using my pen. There we go. There's a bit of space there. I think with the haunted house, you may well end up actually squeezing them into the rooms rather than around the edges, because you don't have the space like you do in the dungeon. So let's roll for damage on this guy. Tortured being. He has 7 HP. And this is a D6. It's just a D6 because he's got his bone mask, which he kind of just he kind of swings it forward, knowing that it may well take some of the damage. Ah, what damage! Oh dear. Okay, that goes down to 6, and then he gets an attack. 5-6. He has got a 6-4 and a 2-3, so misses. Round 3. Here we go. 4-4. I can shift that to my pummel, which is D6 minus 1 minus 2 because of his interrupt. So that is 1 point of damage again. He's deflecting. You can imagine his kind of writhing body as he's kind of flinging his head around, deflecting my blows in this kind of suicidal way. And then we have the tortured being. He rolls a 2-4. He can shift that to his flaying hand that he swings at me. I cannot deflect any damage. It's a D6 minus 3. So that is no damage at all. Thank you very much. So round 4. And we are on to this one here. 5-3. I can shift that to a... I've got 3 shift. Okay. Because we've got a +1 shift. I can shift it down to 3-2. Alright, which gives me the D6 plus 1, minus 1 for his interrupt. D6 damage, 4 damage. He's now taken 3 hits. He's down to 1 health. I like the cathartic nature of spending time on the drawing. Just pop on a podcast and draw unthinking. Exactly, Nick. I'm getting confused here. Which is your primary? Did I get it wrong? The red. The red is primary. I noticed that too. Oh. Sorry guys. That's my fault. If I mixed it up, it's just me not focusing on the dice when I'm thinking about something else. I don't usually make that mistake. So here we go. It's my go. We're on to turn 5. 4, 3. That is a exact strike. My pummel is a 4-3. It is d6 minus 1, minus 2. So that's d6 minus 2 plus my 4 shift. So it's d6 plus, well, it's going to do it. d6 plus 2. 6 damage, makes the tortured being 5. There we go. He is dead. Thank you. I didn't take any damage. I thought at one point I was gonna, and I think with this haunted house, it's a question of being chipped down slightly. Roll on PT1. Pouch table 1, which is in the other book. And we get 17 XP. That is not bad. Now, bearing in mind the constable needs 200 for the first level, so there's something to think about. I'm still focusing on how to play the game. Little struggling, but by putting hours, I'll manage to. You will master it, Jan. You will. Next fight, I'll just talk through the first rounds a bit more clearly. So we have the table to roll on, Pouch PT1, which we will get here. It is a PT1. It's in the main book. 5. There are some dried pumpkin seeds in the pouch. Dried pumpkin seeds. There we go. Dried, as if it's themed, as if I conjured that up on the right theme. I'm going to take the pouch, okay. And we have some dried pumpkin seeds. Is there blooded and soaked status in the house? Yes. Yeah, it's just got the normal situation. Yes, Pumpkinhead. Thank you, Jimmy. How you doing? Good to see you. So that is there on the page. Not surprising that he's eating pumpkin seeds, or was once eating pumpkin seeds. So we have a long corridor down the back of this room, like so, and I'm going to test this door here. So when we go through doors in the haunted house, you have to roll on the haunted door table if you get a 5 or 6 when you're going through it. So this door here is 2, so we're good. So no, that door is fine. It just creaks as it opens, and we go into this space beyond. Let's have a look. The important die here is the primary die, because that's going to the secondary die, which is the white die, to sort of indicate how high this room is. 1. There's no 1s, there's 2s. So if we get a 1, you plus 2. I think what we'll do though is we'll use that 6 that we rolled there, and we'll put a long corridor room in. I'm going to just make an executive decision rather than having lots of little rooms down there. It's going to be just one long corridor down here. Now this is a small room, so we're on the small room tables. The table. How many floors? So there's two big floors and then a single room in the loft. There's a special loft space table with 6 different rooms there to experience if you want to play it a few times. And so we need the small rooms table in the book here, and let's get to that. Page 17. There we are. Okay, let's roll on there. What have we got? 2d6, 7. Closet. This space is lined with shelves. Let's put a few of those in. Here, let's have some shelving down the bottom there. I'm going to write a closet here. The space is, but water has leaked in here and smells strongly of mildew. There is an old sheet here stuffed in the corner. Okay. I guess that would make sense. I'm going to put closet like that, and then a kind of sheet over here. So no actual encounters. It's just a bit smelly and old, as you'd probably expect. I'm going to take the sheet. That might be handy for, say, for example, making bandages if I need to, or even kind of having it strung out so you could hang something from it, or use it to climb up somewhere. Let's put that down there. Bearing in mind that the constable will probably go on to will go on to other adventures. The constable, so he will take his possessions with him. Okay, so we've got this corner down here. I'm going to go up to this door here, which is the north door through the closet, and we're going to roll on there. I was curious how you or others would handle rolls like that in a hallway. I typically roll the most inconvenient numbers. I probably would have made it 2 small rooms, but like the flexibility, of course. And I think that given if I was doing it off camera, I may well make that 2 small rooms. But because we want to try and get through the whole house this evening, I'm not going to do every single little room. OMG, I now know why I didn't complete the haunted house. I rolled the table for every door I went through, forgot the rule of rolling 5 or 6. Yeah, that probably would scare the hell out of you. Yeah, that would be. That could probably that would definitely that would be a bad effect. Right, we're going into this room here. What have we got? 4 by 5. Fantastic. Interesting. So we've got 4 by 5, which fills this corner here. Okay. I'm going to put a door up here. That is the one exit out of there. Let me just put this back around here. Oh, you can definitely see it a lot better. Yeah, you need to check whether the door is haunted. Basically, what type of room do we have here? Let's give this a go. I ended up with 16 rooms on my ground floor. Quite a few of those left over 1 times. Yeah, now that, I think to a certain extent, and maybe I should have put a paragraph about this in the rules, that with situations like that, you can, if you want to, just merge a few to make them larger. You know, there's no kind of reason why not. I mean, other than the fact that it says in the rules to just add all the rooms in. And you can actually expand out bigger rooms into those sections if you want to. I did put that about fitting rooms in, so there is a certain leeway with this. There's always going to be coming up with rules to do a small map like this was always going to be about putting parameters on the usage of space. Because with the dungeon, you got more freeform. You can there's spaces that are left over. But with this, you can't have spaces left over because it's a house, really, isn't it? I mean, it's just got like thin wooden walls. That was incredibly stressful, lol. Nick says, yes, I'm not surprised. 36. Okay, study. Right, this kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Let's put a little study here. Ooh. Okay. There is a desk and bookcase along one wall here. On the opposite side is an iron fireplace, in front of which a flurry of soot stains the floor. Shafts of moonlight slip between the gaps of the boarded up window. Alright, let's have the fireplace here. We're going to have some tiles out the front of it, and then some soot there, and we're going to have the desk here with paper on, maybe a candlestick and a candle holder or something like that, although it doesn't actually say that, so you couldn't actually take it. Bookcase, desk, in front of which, okay, so we've got like shafts of moonlight coming in through the window here. There we go. Scott, good morning, how are you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Your first roll of 46, I just made 5-6 to make it a fit better. Didn't want those one zone times rooms as I thought we weren't supposed to have other corridors. Yeah, that's only if you roll it. So you will find some of the rooms are narrow. So maybe that is a good point. I don't really stress that. But I do say to fit in rooms in spaces that are left. So it's kind of open to interpretation. That's an interesting point. It's always good hearing people's thoughts about this. On the dusty desk sits a strange object. Roll okay. We missed a bookcase. That can be the bookcase, the study line. It's a strange object. Roll on SOBT1. After you have examined it, you search the drawers and find a pouch. Roll on PT1, a sketch of a woman with black hair and a small box containing 2d6 gold coins. Right, so let's do the strange object first and then we'll come back to the situation. Apologies, the planned haunted house video for today never happened. Nurgle still has a firm grip on my head and throat. Oh dear. Nurgle was my favourite god in Warhammer. I loved Nurgle. So curse him for cursing you. I try not to flip rolls. If it turns out to be a hallway, it's not a problem because houses do have hallways sometimes, and the small room table makes sense for those areas. Indeed. That was kind of like my goal. Oh dear, Scott. Well, I hope you're feeling better soon, my friend. It's not nice. Right. So, let's get back to this. So we've got strange objects. Let's go to this space here. What have we got? Strange object table here. And 5. The object is heavy. It's a heavy red polished stone. You're compelled to take it and keep it. It counts as 5 large objects. It vanishes once out of the house. Oh. Okay. So it's a cursed stone. I'm going to write it in here. And I'm going to put down here on this 5 large red stone. Okay. Alright. It's weighing me down. Going to put the stone on the table here. There it is. The red stone. Blood for the blood god. Jimmy comes in with. Very nice. So, we've also got on the study. Let me just check here. PT1. Because I searched through the drawers and I found a pouch. So we'll go to the other book for that. Have a roll on there. 7. A few coins rattle in the pouch. 9. 15. copper coins and 7 silver coins. Okay, let's put that on there. 7 silver coins. Okay. Is there any modifier for incumbents or anything like that? No, there isn't. No. What I built in was there are certain rooms and feats where you get penalties for having so many large objects. So, but it is a nice thing that you could house rule. Say, I'm going to add a couple more rules in to make it more difficult, to increase difficulty. There are 2 in the main rule book here. Where have I got this? Increasing difficulty level, armor checks, and outnumbered. But I could have put in there encumbrance to make it harder, and had some kind of rule about if you've got over 5 objects, maybe you get -1 shift, blah de blah. Those large objects will be bad if you find a cauldron room. Yes. Exactly. So there is a ton of tie-in with that, you know. So there are penalties that do appear. Now, the thing about the large objects is often there's a lot of kind of useless large objects that maybe you sell on, or you come up with some inventive usage for, which doesn't make them useless, but they're not like shield necessarily, not shields or kind of large cases or anything like that. I kind of avoided too much of that large baggage. So getting rid of large objects for encumbrance deductions would probably be too easy in a sense, if you get my meaning. Right, so we've got the red stone of weight. Yeah, the constable doesn't know that yet, Jeff says. Exactly. So we have got let's get that. The study, and there was one other thing in there. I get too carried away here. Study. A sketch of a woman. So I'm going to take that because that could well come in handy later. Sketch of a woman. A woman with black hair. Nice. Got the sheet as well. Drawers. There are some sort of story lines within the haunted house. There's no resolution as such. There's just what you imagine happens or did happen in the house. And there are kind of ideas in my mind, but I didn't want to nail it down to one thing. So you can have your own story. It could be a girl has been trapped there for many years before the house became haunted and was kind of kept in a cage, like by her parents, and she haunts the house potentially. It could be an enchanter, a dark enchanter who has kind of moved in and possessed the girl potentially, or there might be a witch doctor who's using it as a kind of base of low magic. Because there are lots of different things you can put into it. I wear my large objects like the Cyclops' eyeball and the bear rug as an overcoat. Nice, Jason. Good to see you, Jason. David, how are you doing, my friend? Thank you. Happy Halloween, everyone. Happy Halloween to you, my friend. Will this house be a part of... Yes, it will be. So this... I've had quite a few inquiries about this. The lair will be this will kind of almost be like a lair. It will go in the lair omnibus, which is going to be an option in the new Kickstarter, which is coming soon. And I'm obviously working on 2D6 Realm at the moment, which is going great guns. I've spent hours and hours over the last couple of days working up some new rules. I'm really excited about it, and I can't wait to get it out to people, to the boys for the testing, boys and girls. Right, let's carry on with this. So we're moving on. Alrighty, time sail to bed. thank you for the good night's ASMR, and I wish you a lovely rest on Halloween Eve. Catch you another time, sir. Thank you, Jean. I will see you very soon, my friend, hopefully. I'm back on Thursday evening, so it's been 2 streams for the last couple of weeks, just because of the haunted house stuff. But I may well do a intergalactic space trader stream on Thursday to give us a bit of a break from this game, and to also kind of coincide. I'm also IST has been live on itch.io for some time now, and I wanted to also put it onto Drive Through RPG, so that is coming, and I might kind of coincide it with that. Right, so good. Let's do this door here. Let's check this door to see if it's haunted. There's my dice. 1 die. 1 die. 3. No, it's not. Okay, so we're going to go through to this room here. It is 4x6. I'm getting some lovely big rooms. So this room here, the flight of stairs is kind of cut into this room. So it's 4x6, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this little room, this section down here, as part of that room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need a door on this side. I'm going to put a door there. So, yes. No, I've done this wrong. So 4 is your primary. So 4 is here. Okay. And then 6 high. Okay. So obviously, having written in pen, let's just go with the 4x6. This isn't what you're meant to do ordinarily, but we are on this occasion. We need a door on this wall as well. So we're going to go there and leave that little room as part of it there. So that, I kind of got the wrong calculation there, Sam, I know. Oh. Just call it a closet in the corner, lol. Yeah, exactly. Oh dear, it's been a long day. So we've got this huge room here, which is fantastic, and we are going to roll on the table. What have we got? Level 1. What have we got? Let's do this. We have got a storage area. It's unique, so we can't. We've had that one already. We're going to roll again. 51. A cauldron room. Fantastic. Okay. So, as Nick was saying earlier, the room you don't want to roll when you've got a red stone of weight is the cauldron room. Let's just put this name up here. Fantastic. And we'll have a read. That was quite some foreshadowing, no kidding. You read one of those, you need one of those, yes, thermal erasable pens, you're not wrong. Nick's just laughing. Standing on a mound of wood is a large black cauldron. It's full of boiling green liquid. The liquid churns and swirls, and the fire beneath is ablaze. Fumes fill the air, making you feel dizzy as you back away from the door. Okay, let's do this. Let's have it's a big cauldron, and we're going to have fumes kind of coming out of the cauldron, bubbling away in there, and there's wood beneath it, like this, like bits of wood sticking out there, and there's the fumes kind of wafting towards the door. Suddenly the cauldron just lodges and slips from the fire, The steaming liquid gushing across the floor. If you are carrying any large items and you stumble and the liquid splashes up your legs, lose 2 health points. God damn it. Okay. Down to 8 health points. 2 health points for a level 1 character is, you know, that's a big deal. That is a big deal. Ooh. Right. Oh dear. Just dripped some water on my book there. That's not good. Okay. But that is all of it. It is I can carry on. I can get my head back and I can proceed around, which I do, skipping over the water that's gushed out. Let's have the water kind of splashing on me here. There we go. 20% of health lost already. Exactly. Bisto. If only. There were hands and legs that washed out in the water as it kind of, this boiling water splashed against me. I was like kicking aside feet and appendages. Right, so I'm going to check this door here for hauntedness. 1. No, it's not haunted. Wow, I'm getting away with it. I haven't got any fear points yet, which is quite impressive, really. Because there's quite a bit of fear points going on here. We're going to go through this door here and see the size. Let's try and get this right this time. 2 by 6. Okay, interesting. So we've got, let's squeeze it in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put a door here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I'm going to put a door in at the end here. Door in every wall, don't forget. Okay. So, we need to roll to see what this room is. And Haunted House level 1. It is a 34, which is a library. Okay, oh that's fair. That's fair. This room is lined with shelving that surrounds a thick wooden table in the centre, upon which are some scrolls and what appears to be a full square ink bottle. A chair and old lamp are smashed to pieces on the dirty floor. So we're going to put I'm going to put a large table here. And there is some scrolls on the table. Yeah, let's put those on there like that. Scrolls on the table, lined with shelving. Let's put some shelving along here. Okay, and library. Squeeze that in there. So, the library. You step forward and glass crunches beneath your foot. A figure stands at one of the bookcases, violently ripping up books, and turns towards you. Okay, we'll have some debris on the floor here. Some pages. Right, who is this? Roll on HL1H and fight. If you survive, search the table. Roll on SCT1, SCT2 and SCT3, which could be very handy. Let's see what creature we're dealing with here. And bearing in mind I have a mental whip already, and I can only carry 3 scrolls. I'm going to get 3 more scrolls, in which case I'm probably going to use the mental whip now, so that I can take all these scrolls that I find at the end. Who knows what they will be? So that's quite a powerful room to come across. Quite a good room. So what have we got? So we need the creature table. Here it is. Humans again. It's another tortured being. Okay, let's just mix this up just so we get something a bit different for the stream. We're going to say a dark enchanter so we can see some different creatures. And let's bring this in here. We've got a dark enchanter, like so. So you can see the dark enchanter here. The dark enchanter has at some point become corrupted by low magic. It slowly twists their minds. They are driven to perform dark rituals, become outcasts, and as a result crave revenge. They have an energy blast and a slash and a root projectile. Kind of like shoots it almost from their arm. Could I come back for it later if I use one of my other scrolls? Or pull from the creature deck? Yes. I could pull from the creature deck. I had to leave behind a scroll when I found the library. Yes. This is the thing. Right, so I'm going to use my scroll. Now that I've used the scroll, it has it's going to kill it instantly. So we've seen the creature and now we've destroyed the creature. It is a dark enchanter. I'm going to use my mental whip. We're going to see if the scroll works first. Let's cast the scroll. Forget about that sometimes. I've got to cast it. So when we cast a scroll, just remind people here. To cast, roll D66. If you roll a double, you have locked in the power and carried out the scroll's effectiveness. Otherwise, the spell fails. You can use your discipline. Oh, I haven't written that in. Discipline for the... I think it's just a +1. For the... yeah, just +1. +1 discipline and 0 precision at the moment. And let's roll 2d6. We can shift it once. Okay, this is to see if the spell works. So I assumed it worked, which is probably bad. Right, 2, 4. It didn't work. I can't shift that to 3. It's not a double. There you go. So what I need to do now is roll on the fail to cast correctly table, which is in here, and it's one of the early generic fail to cast correctly spells. Right, so here. This could be the death of me. If I roll a 2, then it'll take 8 damage, or 4 damage, or 2 damage. This could be very, very bad news. If I roll a double 2, then I am dead. Right, here we go. Here we go. 5. The words turn to green liquid, poisoning your hand, splashing across your skin as the scroll melts. Take 1 damage. Whew. That is quite dramatic. Okay, we are fighting. We have got the scroll out and it's kind of like melted and the green acid has gone on my hand. And now I'm down to minus, that's a minus another point. That takes me down to 7. So we're up against it. We've got a... oh man, that happened to me as well. Yeah, I nearly forgot to do the old failed to cast correctly. Alright, so let's... right, so round 1. Here we go. 1, 2. I can shift it to 3, 2, which is my carving pumpkin hit, and at least you get 5 XP for trying. Good point. Thank you for that. I will write that down. 22. Forgot about that. So that is D6 plus 1. Let's write her in here. Dark. Dark. Let's put dark ent, and we'll put 8 there. Little abbreviation. So let's roll for damage. It's now. She's got energy blast and primary 4s and 6s, so she can't block my carving hit. 3 damage. So she's down to 5 there. Right, and now attacks me. Has got a 3/1 slash and a 6/2 root projectile. I defend against primary 5s, which doesn't affect that particular thing. 2/5. Nope. Round 2. I roll 5, 6, which is no good at all. 3, 2. They have a 3/1, which is a slash. Little kind of like knife type thing comes out, and I can shift it down to 3/1, which is matches their slash. That is D6 minus 2 damage for me. 3, so that's 1 damage. Bear in mind I've got a potion of healing over here that I should probably use at some point. And then we've got, for me, I'm going to roll round 3. Here we go. 2, 1. Okay, so I can shift that to 3, 2. Again, my carving hit, D6 plus 1 damage. Did I add the damage before? Did I miss a point of damage? I might have done, might not done. Ah, 2 points of damage. So I was hoping to kill it then, but no. 3. It is down to 3. And it gets an attack. 3, 5. Nope, it can't shift to any of those. Round 4 plus 1 shift. Let's try and finish this Dark Enchanter off before 6, 2. I need 3 shift to shift this to 3, which I do have because I got plus 1 shift, which gives me a D6 plus 1. It can't block. It's got 3 health. 5 gives it 6 damage, taking it to minus 3. Despite my atrocious scroll rolling, I managed to kill the Dark Enchanter. Going to gain the XP, which brings me up to 40 XP. Potion of healing. Healing. I'll write that in over here. And that is 10 HP. And there's every chance I might use one of those. And now, and I think I will, I'm going to use a potion of healing. I know I've got 6, but it's just a bit risky. I'm going to take it back up to 10 on my health here. Very nice. The Dark Enchanter, off you go. Move that across here. Now, we had the scrolls to roll for in the room, which is in the main tables codex. Let's just get those up here. This could be interesting. See what we got here. Here we go. So it's just a 6-sided table. I roll on scroll 1, 2, and 3. Scroll of reflexes. I try to use the mental whip. Reflexes. A scroll of invisibility. have to look these up. And then a scroll of distract. Okay. And we're going to have a look at these scrolls just quickly. Magic scroll. Reflexes. +1 shift for 1 combat. Just writing that down. No dispel doubles. And invisibility. Metamorph. Just check the reflexes as faculty. And that is dispel doubles is 5/5. This is a bit more powerful. Avoid 1 combat and room contents. Okay, now that's interesting actually. How would that affect this particular setup? Distract is psyche. If you face 2 enemies, 1 leaves. Okay, that could be handy. Again. Alright, so now I'm gonna, these invisibility and distract have, for me, I'm gonna play it this way for this particular thing, and it's up to you how you house rule it, but for me those don't count for this particular lair, because just ghosts don't get distracted and ghosts aren't necessarily affected by invisibility, and in fact 1 enemy leaves and you avoid 1 combat both implies that you leave those creatures in there, and actually you've got to clear the whole house. So weirdly, I've rolled the 2 scrolls that would kind of counter the intuitive clearing of the 2d6 haunted house expansion. And to be honest, I'm not surprised that there were little things like this which I hadn't spotted, because there's a lot in those tables that could, in a sense, affect the kind of the ethos of an expansion like the haunted house. So I've got 2 pretty useless scrolls. I will keep hold of them, but I will get rid of them if I find other scrolls. Reflexes though is absolutely fine. That can definitely apply. Right, let's go into this door here. We've got a 4. It's not haunted. 6/6. Fantastic. So there's no large rooms in the house, as we talked about before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw in a door here and a door here, like so. So we've got a room in here. Let's have a look and see what this room is. The haunted house level 1. 26. A playroom. Okay. So this is a playroom. A box of wooden toys sits on a small table, standing on a thick red rug. On the outer side of the other side of the room is a faded chaise longue, upon which sits a girl in a muddy dress. Her hair hangs over her face. She seems to be crying. Uh-oh. Right, so we're going to have a chaise longue. Okay. On a rug. Let's put that like that. Chaise longue and playroom. Let's write that up here. And playroom, standing thick red. Other side of the room is a box of toys. Let's put a box of toys here. With some bits and pieces around it. Maybe a little teddy bear. Who knows? But more the point, you step forward and oh, hang on a minute, no, Playroom. You step into the room. She stops sobbing. You fight the urge to walk towards her. Roll a d6 and add your discipline. 4 or below, she rises screaming and bursts into flames. Gain 1 fear point. She vanishes as you step back. Oh boy. Yeah, remember all those doll monsters we submitted, lol. Yeah, I know. They're in there. Right. So, what we need to do here is this could be pretty terrifying. Roll d6 and add your discipline. 4 or below, she rises. Okay, my discipline is 1. Here we go. 4 or below, she rises, screams and bursts into flames. Ah! So I got 4. So I gain my first fear point, which is actually is the odds of that being my first fear point is pretty slim. I mean, I should have more by now. So we have 1 fear point. I will write it in pencil. A chill runs down your spine. Humanoid enemies attack first. Okay. So I'm hesitant. I've got this hesitant way about me. So you'll see every time you get a fear point, these things start to add up. And I'm going to try and remember that. Put that over there. So, see if people can remind me of the effects of my fear points. Okay. Right, well, we've gone on. That's pretty terrifying, to be honest. So, we've got these rooms down here. So, I'm just going to call these the rooms that they are. Okay. Just for this occasion. So, I'm going to have 2 small rooms to encounter on the ground level here. So, this one at the north. Let's check the door first. And the door is not haunted. So we have 2d6 here. 10. Hanging man. Hanging in this blank space is a mummified body dressed in old, thick hemp clothing. There is a pouch at its waist. Roll on pot 1, which actually is the wrong table. It's meant to be pouch 1, that one. We'll roll on the pouch table. And here we go. Where is it? Nice high number. I haven't rolled high on the treasure at all. 7. A few coins. Oh, 2. 4. 10. 10 copper. And 10 silver. Put that on the thing here. There we go. So there's a few coins in the pouch. Hanging man. Let's just put that in here. A little hanging man. Oh. Frank. Good to see you, my friend. Frank, I thought about you yesterday and the day before. I'm going to email you. It's been absolutely manic, my friend. What I'm doing is I'm getting ready some stuff for the Spanish translation. So I'm thinking of you, my friend, and that little thing you're working on. It's been absolutely manic. But I am. That is one of some news. We are getting it translated into Spanish, which is fantastic. Just finalising the contract details. And it looks like we might get it translated into Chinese as well through a different company. But that isn't by any means sorted yet, and it might not happen. So you've got the hanging man in there. That is almost fearful enough to give you a fear point, don't you think? The hanging man. He's got some thick hemp, and I'm gonna break off some of that hemp from his clothing there and take that. Hemp square of hemp. You never know. That may be handy in the future. We've got to think about that because the constable will go on. And then we've got a let's write that hanging. That'd be enough. And then we've got this long room down here, which we're going to fill in with a small room. What have we got? 6. Dark gallery. The space has been cleared and used as a dark gallery. The walls are covered with drawings of a woman with black hair. Okay, we're just going to put some stuff on the wall here. We've got some pictures of the woman with dark hair, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. Although we didn't check the door. Let's just check the door. Nope, we're good. Alright, so that is level 1 of the haunted house. Let's go on to level 2. We're going to go up the stairs here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Same level. Shouldn't you roll for the door? Yes, indeed. I've been really lucky with the fear factor so far. Just kind of hoping it would come to play a bit more. Maybe that we need to add more fear. Alright, so now for this level we have a base room of 2 by 5. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the stairs are here. Like so. Oh, sorry, I'm drawing it sideways, which is never my best way. I'm going to put the arrow in there. And we're going to have, it doesn't have to be in this position, but I'm going to draw it in this position. You can do it long ways if you prefer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In fact, this may be that we did it 2 by 4, but this is fine. And then like that. And then put a door here. We're going to have a ladder up to the loft here. There it is. That's going up to the loft space. There's one room in the loft space. You've got to clear out all the rooms and the loft space included to finish off the haunted house and be released from the magic, which you ultimately destroy if you do defeat if you defeat everything. Okay, great. That is looking good. So we're now in the space. There's no encounter in this first room. We're going to pick a door. We're going to go this way, I feel. Let's do it. 1 by 3 by 1. So the 1 becomes a 2, which makes it a 3 by 2 room. Which we're going to slot. Yeah, we're just going to slot it onto this. Put a door in the walls here. So, It's a small room. Just roll on the small room table and see what we've got. Here we go. Let's have a higher number this time. Come on. 4. Stack. This space is stacked with furniture. As you open the door, it collapses. You jump aside, but it catches you. Lose 1 health point. Oh, let's check the door first. Door. Nope, the door's fine. So we're going to put some furniture in here. Some bits and pieces that have been stacked up. Bit of stacked up here. And it catches you and you lose 1 health point. I'm down to 9 health points there. Stack. But there are many options to go here. We're going to go with this door down and I'm going to roll to see if it's haunted. And it is. Okay. Here we go. Right, so takes level 2 may see me experience some scarier things. Alright, here we go. Just a d6. 6. You take the handle, and to your surprise, it feels strong and warm. A surge of relief washes over you, making you feel invigorated. Lose 1 fear point. I can't believe it. There's like 2 or 3 occasions when you lose a fear point. Wow. And that is one of them. Look at that. Get rid of a fear point. I am sailing through this house. Believe me, there are many opportunities to gain fear points in this particular encounter, but this guy is obviously solid as a rock. Fantastic. Okay, so we are going through this room though. Let's do it. 5 by 1, so it's actually 5 by 2. So we're going to add it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to add it here. And there's already a door on this wall here, so we're going to leave that one. And then we're going to have a door here. Up to there we go. So what is this room? It's a level 2 room. Let's not forget that. Yeah. Level 2. Right, some different rooms now. Okay. 66. Sacrificial hex. The space is scattered with mundane objects. There is a small pile of ash to one side where something has been burnt. Twig mobiles hang from the ceiling above a hex marked in chalk, upon which is a pool of fresh blood. Blimey. Okay. So there's objects just scattered around, and then we're going to have a hex kind of symbol. Here we go. Hex symbol there. Excuse my hex, and put some blood in there as well. Not good. And then there's like twig stuff hanging from the ceiling around the shop. This does not sound good. Got to head out. Have a good night all. Thanks, Nick. You take care, my friend. I will catch up with you very soon. Okay, so sacrificial hex. A shaft of moonlight suddenly breaks into the room, and you see a severed goat's head in the corner. Make a successful perception check 9 or gain 1 fear point. From another corner comes a shadow. Roll on HL1A and fight. Okay, so we need to make a precision check. My precision is 0. And let's Let's have a look. 2d6. I get one chance. Here we go. Got to roll over 8 or higher. Nope, that is a fail. That is 1 fear point gained. And there is a creature in the corner. Right, 1 fear point gained there. Back with the 1 fear point. That means humanoids attack first. But the table we're rolling on now is the animal table. Let's put the goat's head in the corner. Let's put the how are we going to do a goat's head here? Okay. Nice. What was it called this? What was the space called again? Hex. Just put hex here. Alright. And we've got the creature table. Maybe critical fail should be 2 fear points. That is a good... Yeah, that is a good idea. Maybe. Right. Animals. 1. A possessed owl. I've really been rolling low today. So we've got a possessed owl in this room. Alright. Okay. And let's move along a little bit. Let's put him down there. Okay. Right, round 1. And he shouldn't be 2. This is the weakest character, I think, in the game. So we shouldn't have too many problems here with this particular beastie. Famous last words there. Okay. I attack first. 6-3. I can't shift to that. He has his attack. Let's just put the owl here. Five. Gets a 5-4. If he had 1 more shift point, he would have made it. Right, round 2. 3-6. Nope, I can't shift to that either. Right, here's go. 1-1. Critical fail. I think an owl could have an owl pellet, which contains the bones of a small rodent. That is a great idea, which comes to life if you fail a test. I had 3 possessed owls in one house, and they got me twice with those talons. So, you know, even the weaker ones can do some damage. I like your idea though, Johnny. Talons. Right, so it's just done a mishap roll. The owl swoops and tries to land its talons on you, but misses. You bat it away, causing 2 health points of damage to the owl, which brings it down to 3. Okay. And then Hi, Ebbet. How are you doing? Good to see you. His go. My go on round 3. That is a 6-5, which I cannot shift to, unfortunately. The owl gets a 5-5, which it cannot shift to either. Shift to a attack, and then we have 1 on there. And I roll 3-3. I can shift that down to the carving hit, and that is d6 plus 1 damage. Oh, hang on a minute. It can stop primary 1s and 6s, but I do 2 points of damage, which takes it down to 1 point of damage left. Now it's his turn. It gets a 6-2, and that is too far away from its. It needs more shift than that. It goes to 2, 5. I roll a 3-2, which is a d6 plus 1. I reach up and slash that birdie out of the sky, causing 5 damage and taking it to -4. It is dead. Fantastic. No treasure. I get 7 XP. In fact, did I get my XP from the last one? I can't remember. 47 XP in total so far. Right. So we have had we've been on for nearly 2 hours already. Now you can see this gives you a really good idea of how to run the haunted house. I think what we'll do now is I want to have a little talk about the creature, the Halloween creature cards that people made. And hang on a minute. Bear with me a moment. Just want to try and get this up on the screen. Just bear with me. And we'll get this going. Aha! There it is. Fantastic. Alright. Let's just bring this over here. I'm going to move you. Move it into here. What have we got? Fantastic. Just repositioning. I think we're going to leave it there as far as the hope everyone can hear me okay still. Probably louder. Okay. So, who is the winner of the competition? Let's have a look. Alright. Okay, so just some fabulous creatures. This is a free download that you can pick up. Most of you will know about this. We've got a list of them there. Some fantastic work by Todd. Here, the Blood Possessed. I love the way that these two work together, the Blood Possessed and the Blood Slime. It's a really great idea. I like them all. I love some of the art as well that people have put in, and just some great. And I feel bad about picking anybody in particular, to be honest. I think what I'm going to do is I will pick one, and I'm going to announce that in a second. But I'm going to send everybody a card or some kind of thank you for doing these. So I believe I've got everybody's addresses based upon the Kickstarter and the late pledging. So you will get something come through to you as a thank you. Now, which one am I going to pick though? That is the question. You can see them all here. We had a few pumpkin themed characters. and some people. I had to make a few adjustments for the. Some of them were slightly OP, which wasn't a problem. I just corrected them, changed some bits and pieces. Some people entered many, and I feel bad for not picking them because the winner of the competition is the Keening Woman. This one here. And that is by... See, I can't even remember who it's by, so I'm not picking it because Keening Woman is by Julian Tuzot. Julian Tuzot. So, and I'm going to explain why I particularly like the Keening Woman. Everybody's entries are so fab, and thank you everybody for entering. And it is just a wonderful thing to see this as a result of people's work. But the reason why I like the Keening Woman is because, firstly, Julian wasn't worried about going a bit OP, going for a powerful character, which is fine. That isn't always a good reason, but I thought that was quite a bold thing to do. I love the creativity involved with it. The Howling Horn Treasure. I don't know what that is, but whatever it is a fantastic idea. I like the Morning Melopia and the Necrotic Touch. I like the Funeral Prayer as a kind of like this. I can imagine this kind of the noise of this Keening Woman making this chant, and it kind of like kind of attacking you, and the piercing scream. There's shock. Minus 1 shift for next round. Keening Woman howls and storms. If you hear its lament, know that you'll be swelling the ranks of the dead the next night. It's kind of a quote here. And you show a silver medal. Keening Woman is shocked and stops crying. Gain an extra attack. I just love that kind of... There's a mythology going on here. I love it. I know that Julian took this inspiration from a real life story or from a real life kind of legend. So Keening Woman cries a lament that calls to her soul and plunges you into deep torments. So that is the pick. That is the winner. Julian, thank you for doing this. Could someone help me out, please? What does Keening mean? Optic nerve. Welcome. It's kind of like a it's like focusing in on something. So you kind of like it's like a focused call almost, like something you kind of purposely aim at someone. Wailing, exactly. It kind of, but it's kind of, yeah, wailing. So I really like that. I like the name Keening Woman. So that's good. I did like the Hollowed Man. I thought that was a good one. And there was some inventive. The Gossamer Haunt. I like that. Creeping Shadow came very close to winning. If there's a second place, Creeping Shadow, that's kind of... I was going to choose a couple and they'd be like second and third, but then I'm just going to send everybody something a little bit special. And we'll get that. So, yeah. Fantastic stuff. Really cool. Appreciate everybody's entries. Thank you for that. The winner is going to get a hardback edition sent to them. I like feeling a little bit special. You are. Thank you guys for the entries. Right. So, there you have it. We have a completed first level for the haunted house, and then some rooms in the second one. It is late. Here it's coming. It's nearly 12 o'clock. It's I'm late. Eater of World 78. I'm sorry, my friend. We are finishing up the stream now. Well, I already have a hardback, so well done, Julian. Yeah, it is. Well done, everybody. You've been very cool. So this has nearly been for a 2-hour stream. It's been great. It's been fun. I just tried to dive straight into doing the maps and getting as much of that level done as possible. But you can see it probably takes about 3 hours to do the complete haunted house. And yeah, that's pretty cool. Sent you a message. I don't know what that noise is. That is weird. Oh, it's an alarm. That was freaky. That was very freaky. That was like freaky. The alarm. I had to set the clock the other day. That beeping. Yeah, that is weird. Door free. Lol. The noise is the ghost in the machine trying to get out. It really flipping freaked the hell out of me. That did. You know when like you set the time on a clock. And you accidentally set the alarm as well while you're doing it. Have you ever done that before? I do that sometimes. Yeah, that was pretty freaky. That was freaky. Whew. That was live as well. Live freaked out Toby. Oh my god. Fantastic. Okay guys. There we go. That was a little bit of a ghost experience going on there. Whew. Okay. Alright. Add 1 fear point, Jeff says. Whew. Good stuff. Right. I'm going to be back on Thursday. As I say, we're going to do an IST stream and look at intergalactic space traders again, see where we're at with that. It may be that I have another ship published for that as well. So we'll just have to see how that goes. But I'm working hard on 2D6 Realm at the moment. Very excited about how that's going. The system for generating land is in place. I just need to do some more content for the tables. The testers are going to get a copy and I can have a look at it. Fantastic. Okay guys, I'll catch up with you soon. Take care. And I'll be in contact about the competition entries and stuff. So great stuff, and I will catch up with you soon.